Now then, folks, how you doing? It's James JT at the movies, and I'm back with you for another DVD and Blu-ray update. And it is just a small one this time. This is everything that I've picked up in the month of November. And to be fair, there's not really much to show you, because I haven't picked up all that much. But we'll dive straight in, as always, with the DVD, shall we? And the first one we'll show you is one that literally came in the post yesterday. Me and Laura watched this on Netflix over the weekend just gone. And we both really enjoyed it, Laura in particular. And she sort of likened this film to the likes of Saw, and had a bit of a flavour of things like Seven as well. Definitely not as good as Seven, but probably about on a par with Saw. But either way, I really enjoyed the film, and Laura did as well, I'd say. So we picked up the DVD of Untraceable. So the reason we picked the DVD up is because it came up at the end of the credits. This film is being removed from Netflix on the 30th. So we thought, well, you know, if we want to watch it again, then we don't know where it's going to be available. So I had a look. It was about $3.99 or something like that on Amazon. So we picked it up. The next one is one I would have liked to have gotten on Blu-ray, but I haven't been able to find it anywhere. Either online's been sold out, or in HMV when I've looked, they've not had any copies. I mean, there might be copies available now, but I was keen to pick it up. And that is the BBC sort of mockumentary, Ghostwatch. So I'm really looking forward to watching this one. We planned to watch it over Halloween. But like I say, I couldn't get a hold of it, so I ended up picking it up early November, and then we've just not had the opportunity to sit down and watch it, because as you might have seen from my previous video yesterday, it's been absolutely pedal to the metal with the album promotion and getting ready for the tour that we're going on with the band, which is just amazing. But anyway, back to the DVDs and the movies, which is why we're here. This one I got in a charity shop, and it was 50p, but it's never been opened. I bought it really for the cast, mainly Michael Caine and Helen Mirren were the standout names, but it's, you know, it looks like it's going to be a great film, and that's Last Orders. Again, picked this one up for the cast, but also picked it up for the premise. It really grabbed me. I don't really know anything about whether it's a good film, a bad film, or anything in between, but the premise and the cast sold me, and that is Bless the Child. There's a Bruce Willis one that I didn't have in the collection, and much like our good friend over at Kermit's Ghost, I'm very keen to pick up pretty much anything that Bruce Willis has put his name to, because he's one of my favourite actors. This was one that I didn't have, and I'm assuming it's from either the late 80s or early 90s by the look of Bruce on the cover, and that is Colour of Night. And then the last DVD to show you for this update, I told you I wasn't messing around and that there weren't many to show you this time, is a film that I've actually never seen, but it kind of feels like it's one that I need to have seen, you know, being a 90s lad, and obviously sort of grown up in that period. I'm ashamed to say that I've never seen Alicia Silverstone in Clueless. In fact, the only things I've ever seen Alicia Silverstone in is Batman and in the Scooby-Doo film where she's the villain. So I look forward to watching that at some point. Shall we now have a look, though, at some Blu-rays, which is all I've got left to show you. I can't believe it, we're only 3.5 minutes into the video. Normally I've been here 20 minutes with the amount of DVDs I've got to show you. There's everything I picked up last month that I've still to put away, which is why it's all just neatly stacked there. I'll show you the regular if I could speak, I'll show you the regular Blu-rays first, of which there are 2, and then I'll show you the 3 special edition Blu-rays that I managed to pick up. The first one was one, again, that I would have liked to have had around Halloween time, but it went out of stock pretty much everywhere, and then took a couple of weeks to come back in. So I was able to finally pick up the Terrifier double pack, the Bloody Duo. I've yet to sit down and watch these. I thought Laura would be really excited to see them, and when she saw that come through the post, she went, "I'm not watching that with you. There's not a chance I'm watching that with you," and was really quite adamant about the fact that, you guessed it, she's not going to watch it with me. So I'm going to find time to sit down and watch that myself, but it's rare that whenever I've got any downtime that she's obviously not about, because we're, you know, if we've got downtime, it's normally when we're both not working. So I'll find an afternoon or an evening somewhere and have a watch of that for sure. The next Blu-ray is one that I'm giving another chance, and I thought about not picking this up, but basically seeing everybody else talking about it on the platform and sort of really getting really excited about it coming out made me think that I must have missed something when I saw it in the cinema. So I'm giving another go, Jordan Peele's latest effort, and that is Nope. Now, I don't know whether it's just because I went into it expecting one thing and I got another that I didn't like it, I didn't like's a bit strong. There were parts of it that were great. I mean, this is a beautiful looking film, and you know, Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, absolutely fantastic in the leads. They're ably backed up by Stephen Yeun as well. You know, all the characters are really compelling. I forget the actor's name, but the old sort of eccentric filmmaker's great, and the guy who's like the target worker, but he's, you know, sort of does the AV stuff on the side. He's, you know, he's a really cool little character as well, and they all sort of work really well together. And I didn't have any problem gelling with the characters. I think it was really more around the creature. And I suppose I kind of went into it maybe expecting signs. And I guess that's obviously not what we got. And Laura came out of it and had a much better time of it than I did when we saw it in the cinemas. And she sort of, I think, maybe lent into more of the metaphors that it was, you know, trying to sort of portray in it. But for me, I don't know, it just didn't quite tick the box. But I am intrigued enough that I want to give it another go. And I keep looking at it on the shelf and keep going, should I put that on tonight? And I just haven't found the time yet. But I will. I've got a couple of weeks coming off over Christmas, and my intention is to watch pretty much the ever-growing watch list in that time and do nothing but chill. So I'll definitely get it watched soon. So we've only got left to show you now the 3 boutique special edition, collector's edition Blu-rays, whatever you want to call them. And I'll show you the one that came last week that I'm really excited to watch. So, like I say again, I'm saying I'm going to have to watch these. I've been absolutely just completely snowed under with promotion for Leaving Over Morrow's new album and the upcoming tour that we've got, and obviously the day job as well. But that album and that upcoming tour and organising that's really taken the sort of the priority this last month, which is why the output's not been the 3 videos so far. But they are coming, they are filmed, they are in editing. I just need to find the time to get them ready to the point where you guys can see them. But this was one that had been talked about by Kermit's Ghost again, and also by Lisa Loves. She'd watched this quite recently and talked about it, and it's one that I've seen sort of floating around online and people talking about. But her sort of review of it in her weekly watches really sort of, you know, finally sort of tipped me over the edge and was like, yeah, I need to get that film. Really sounds like something that's going to be my cup of tea. And that is the imprint edition, imported from, I believe, Australia, of Fire in the Sky. And then the next one was one that I ordered from Amazon because I didn't actually realise that it had a UK Blu-ray release. And for anyone who's a keen viewer of the channel, you might remember me saying only a couple of pickup videos back that the third one didn't have a Blu-ray release in this series, and that I'd probably have to import it from America or somewhere on, you know, continental Europe or wherever. But no, it turns out that we do have a UK Blu-ray release from Vestron Video, and that is Candyman Day of the Dead. So I'm looking forward to watching this one. Enjoyed the original, very much enjoyed the remake, and enjoyed part 2 of the original trilogy. So I've yet to see that one. The first one used to be a film I absolutely hated. I just couldn't get on board with it. And then when we rewatched it in the wake of seeing the new one that came out, was it earlier this year or late last year, whenever it was, just fell in love with it again. So I'm over the moon to have done that, and I quite enjoyed the second as well when I watched that quite recently. So I'm hoping that the third one will also tick the box. Obviously, it's not as good as the original wasn't, the second in my opinion, but I still enjoyed it. And then the final title to show you is one that I picked up yesterday. My band got invited to perform in our local HMV again. They're going to be stocking the album when it comes out on physical copies on CD next year, and they do a thing called Live and Local, where they like to support live music and have local bands in promoting their stuff and play music for the, you know, for the people coming in and doing the shopping. We did it earlier in the year. You might remember me talking about that, and if you follow the band as well, you might have even seen clips of that. But we got invited back and went to promote the album yesterday and played a really, really fun set and got a lot of lovely feedback from the store and from the customers, and we got a few pre-orders on the album. So it was a really, really good and really successful event. But obviously HMV were having their sale on, and I wouldn't be a movie collector if I didn't go in and purchase something when there's a sale on. So I headed straight to the Criterion section and I picked up David Lynch's Lost Highway. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out, and if I'd have had time this evening, this one would have gone on with tea, but we haven't. So my Tuesday evening's come free. Tomorrow night, as time of recording this, is Tuesday, and I'm probably going to watch this one tomorrow. I'm really excited to watch this one, and really pleased to have it in such a nice edition as well. So there you have it, folks. There is my short and very, very sweet DVD and Blu-ray pickups for the month of November. And I can't believe it. We're coming in just over 10 minutes. Or at least that's what the counter says in front of me. By the time I've edited it, it might even be less. Normally, we haven't even got through DVDs at this point, so it's been short and it's been sweet this month. But I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please, if you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me and let YouTube know that you've enjoyed it, so that I can keep making more content like this, and the videos can get suggested to other viewers as well. If you are new to me and this is the first time you see me, hello, nice to meet you. Please think about subscribing to the channel. I'd love to keep you around for longer. I can get to know you, of course, through other videos, and of course it helps the channel to grow as well. Above all else, folks, take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you really, really soon for my next video. Bye for now.